Hey everyone, this is 3Skate, and this is my thoughts on E3 this year. Haven't really been feeling good. Been sick for like the past few days, but nothing like NyQuil can't fix, so I'm good. I'm fine. I'm okay. Everything is cool. So, here are my thoughts on the E3 coverage. I dozed off on a few of the coverage times, so I can't really give you every single one. So I'll just sum it up for you with a few of the games I'm interested in. This year, I think Nintendo killed E3 this year with the stuff they pulled out. Last year, I just felt like they wasn't doing so good. I think Microsoft did a great job last year. This year, Nintendo did great, and I think Sony PS3 was right behind them. What do we start with Nintendo? They started off with the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, and they started having problems with the connection between the Wii Remote and how it's registering, so that was pretty scary to have that in their presentation. So everyone's like, of course, people who don't own a Wii, they're gonna be like, "Oh God, the Wii is horrible because of this whole motion control thing," and that's not true at all. Because if you even played a Wii once, you know that's not how it works. So the thought of this actually happening in the final release, no way. I can guarantee you that at least. So yeah, they showed Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, then they showed the Donkey Kong Country Returns. I can't wait for that. I only played Donkey Kong Country, never played 2 or 3. I did hear 2 was the hardest one. I haven't played Donkey Kong Country in so long, so that really made me decide to get Donkey Kong Country for the Virtual Console pretty soon. I can't wait for that. Retro Studios is making it. If you don't know who Retro Studios is, it's basically the company that made Metroid, the Metroid Prime series. So it just looks amazing. I love that sunset scene where he's just running, when Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong are just running in the sunset. That is like the coolest ever. It just looked really cool to me. They showed GoldenEye. I want that game. I want to relive the original FPS factor, besides what a lot of traditional FPS shooters are doing with this whole regeneration thing. I think the meta kit was a lot more, I would say a lot more dramatic, because you would be a lot more cautious on what's going around you when you had low health, besides, oh, I'll just stand here and I'll re-heal myself. That's cool. So I hope they have the meta kits on the new GoldenEye that's coming out for the Wii. What else? They announced the 3DS, which has Kid Icarus, and I think that's supposed to be like their debut title, so it looks amazing. Like I said in one of my chats, it looks like the GameCube game on steroids. So it looks incredible. I love the music for the trailer, by the way. I just can't stop looking at it. They also have these other companies merging together with the 3DS to make some games. Capcom's making Resident Evil. Konami's going to make Metal Gear Solid 3. So that's gonna be cool, and I heard Ubisoft is gonna make a what is it called? Assassin's Creed. They're gonna make that. So it looks like a crazy start for a handheld. So that's a pretty good concept. Microsoft, what did they do? Well, they had Gears 3, they had Halo Reach, and they had they showed Crackdown 2, and that's the only exclusive game I'm interested in right now. Gears 3 I'm kind of interested in. I want to see how that looks, how that works. The rest of the conference was really about NATO, or Project Natal. I can't say Connect, because I'm just so used to saying Natal, by the way. But that's kind of all they showed. It was like an hour, or like an hour and a half of Project Natal, and when you're starting off with an accessory, the last thing you should do is just show that for like the past hour. I mean, you could have summed it up in like 20 minutes. And they had these, they had this part where you can use Natal to play movies, and it was like Xbox Play, and it just wasn't worth it. I wouldn't buy it for that. I mean, I could just use a controller and play manually, besides wasting my voice to do that. But that's the last thing you should do, is make like over an hour long worth of coverage over an accessory. But that's about it. Microsoft, I think, was in last place. They wasn't really doing so high. With the Natal, that was it. That was basically the main covers they wanted to focus on. And then they showed, which is kind of a cool feature. They showed like this ESPN channel, I guess, which is only available for Natal. And man, it's weird because that's only available for Natal. Not only that, but you gotta have a gold membership to make it work. Way to go, Microsoft. That's how much you care. You know, we have to pay you to keep our gold membership subscription in order to watch ESPN coverage. Great strategy. Anyways, with the PS3, they had some pretty cool titles coming out. They had Infamous 2, they had Little Big Planet 2, what else? Yakuza 4, which looks great. I would love to play that game. Yakuza 4, I heard Sega was already working on Yakuza 5, so that's crazy enough. The Dead Space Special Edition, that looks amazing, by the way. Basically, you're actually getting 2 games for one. For the limited edition for PS3, you're getting the Dead Space 2, and you're getting Dead Space Extraction. This was the Wii port. But in my opinion, I think they're gonna polish the game up and give it more of a PS3 polish to it. But that's my opinion. So that's a pretty cool little feature they got for it. Also, they're getting, which is by far the craziest thing I've seen, the PS3 is getting the Steam access. So Steam is going to be partners with PS3, and you're gonna get, I heard you're gonna get all the updates. So if you're playing Team Fortress 2 without the Steam, you're not gonna get all the weapons or add-ons or whatever. But with the Steam service, you're actually gonna get it. So that's a pretty crazy win for Sony on that one. I'm gonna quote on exclusives because we all know how exclusives turn out. So if it stays an exclusive, if it stays like a Sony exclusive, good for Sony. If it doesn't, then whatever. Those were my thoughts on E3. I think it was pretty good. Nintendo, I think, just dominated E3. Sony was right behind them. And Microsoft, you need to really learn how to advertise more because that Project NATO was ridiculous. It was way too long to advertise a product. And, well, that's about it. Streetscape signing out. Hope you all enjoy.